Yay! Woo!
This week on C Plus News Time, Disney wants to make gaming on TV relevant again, but are kids too coked up on pixie sticks to pay attention? Join me as I talk about Attack of the Show returning to airwaves. Kind of.
Yay! Woo!
And IGN is there too, and also a bunch of kids I don't know. I guess I really should brush up on all the hip teens and the drugs they're doing these days. Is that what dabbing is? Fidget spinners? Let's get to the bottom of this, only on this week's C Plus News Time. I don't know how Alex and Aaron deal with that crap every single day. Good God.
It's C Plus News Time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Check out my new business idea, a combination bowling alley, ice cream shop with an E, and strip club called 710 Banana Splits. Welcome back to C Plus News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the comedy news that you didn't know about for the week of July 17th, 2017. And now it's time for a segment I'd like to call It's News to Me. One of the world's biggest powerhouses in media is bringing gaming back to television. I'm talking about Disney, of course, the only company to fire Kermit the Frog for giving unsolicited puppet advice and host their mega convention D23 Expo within the same week. Disney XD, the mostly animated channel with loads of quality programming like Star vs. the Forces of Evil and Gravity Falls, now airs video gaming related shows, each with a different host and personality. The new block is called DXP and functions a lot like Cartoon Network's Adult Swim, airing from 9 p.m. until the wee early morning hours. But Chad, the 10 of you may be saying to your computer screen, that's how shows work. True, but gaming shows are different. A YouTuber or Twitch streamer's income is driven by the audience who only watches for the unique personality of the player. So if the kid from Parker Plays is a turd, he doesn't have an audience. Therefore, he won't make money. It's a fascinating idea that should prove advantageous in the end for pretty much everyone. The online personalities may reach a wider audience, and yeah, there's a wider audience beyond the internet, and Disney brings back the old days of 15 years ago that came with G4. Which brings me to the first show I want to discuss, The Attack. Born from the dried up remains of G4 TV's Attack of the Show, The Attack brings on new faces with a crew of new and old producers, giving life to the weird uncle we call the internet. Alex Corea and Aaron Stevie are the new incarnations of Candace Bailey and the new show's executive producer and creator Kevin Pereira, both bringing some form of talent and personality to the late night news show variety series hybrid. How does the audience factor into this? Now you jerks actually have a say in what works and with your favorite shows. This is thanks in part to services like Twitch and Patreon, services that The Attack utilizes in order to connect with you. The audience will follow The Attack's Twitch page or subscribe for $5 while also donating any amount of money via Patreon. These platforms give the crew a way of living, given how they're paid from it, by contributions to your Twitch station from viewers like you. Thank you. With services like Twitch, Patreon, and even YouTube donations, you are now in control of the lives of your favorite people. So be a benevolent deity and donate. Conversely, your opinion is also the loudest thing in the room when it comes to these internet companies. You saying that you don't like the direction in which a show is going matters more to these personalities than it would have on network television, which can be both a good and bad thing. For instance, The Attack was gone for the better part of 2 months, moving to a newer studio. When they returned to air under the aforementioned Disney deal that was brought to light a week or two prior, the audience had some choice words to say to the crew. First, yay, The Attack is back. Then, gee, these newly instituted breaks are long and strenuous. This is because the new DXP block requires The Attack to take the best of the best from that day's episode, cut up the segments, and try to make them fit into a neat 22-minute package. To alleviate the breaks, the Attack crew is chronicled through a Twitch-only behind the scenes. It's here that the audience gets to see what used to be a part of the admittedly sloppy original show. Transitions to new segments or flub lines heading into pre-taped works are redone during this time. It's really no big deal. In fact, I'd say it makes for a better show in the long run. While I will miss the haphazard, almost cut-and-dry nature of the original run, it's about time these semi-professionals got their junk together. One of the better things about the internet is the availability of talking to quarter-famous F-list celebrities. Host Alex Corea took to the Attack subreddit to join in on the discussion of the new format of the show. The lanky green bean man posted a good amount of feedback to the criticism, where he agreed about the slow transitions and apologized for the awkwardness of their first show back on Twitch. But the crux of the entire thing is that the show is there to do one thing: entertain. Let's get into what another segment I'd like to call Quote Me Up Before You Quote. Quote, I know you guys probably get this part, but I want to stress that we always try our best to give you something entertaining. That's all we care about. That all being said, we are sure the best way to deliver what we think is entertaining is taking these steps. Does it feel more like you're a studio audience / crew member than someone watching the final product? Totally. Is it different than how it used to be? Yeah, I think it has potential of being something awesome. That being said, it totally needs a lot of work. I know that. We all know that. But I'm going to break some Hollywood magic here. We have no idea what we're doing. It's a sincere gesture he sure as hell didn't have to do. Really, I would have told everyone to suck it up and deal with the awkwardness. But what a nice guy he is. Why is he still single? Why am I still single? Why is this in my script? Corea went on to add that it'd only been one show and they'd obviously improve incrementally. And wouldn't you know it, they freaking did. The next few shows would go on to be pretty much the same thing we remember from their last show in early May. I'm partial to the behind-the-scenes stuff myself. Give me that good behind-the-scenes, baby. Also, this crap is free, so who am I to complain about a change in format to a free show that sometimes makes me laugh? Okay, it never makes me laugh. So what's the Attack going to look like when it returns to television in its third and final form this fall? It won't be tame, but it'll be for a different audience. Don't expect much, if any swears, but the raunchiness is still alive and well. Still though, you have to wait until August to watch them on TV. For the moment, check out the other new stuffs that's already airing nightly. Joining them are Maker Studios, Waypoint, ESPN, and some others that I really don't know / care about, and of course, IGN. The IGN show, with a title functioning as both a descriptor and title, takes everything from the massive gaming-focused website and puts it on TV in that sweet, hot, sexy 22-minute format. Trailers, demos, conventions, and more can be seen 5 days a week. And the hosting crew is great too. IGN personalities and this one guy I've never heard of before, but I like the cut of his jib, take viewers where they can't go. The first few episodes went through the Anime Expo, and just this past week, they were in San Diego for one of them Comic-Coningtons. It's like X-Play, Cheat, Cinematect, and Filter all rolled into one. Man, do I miss G4. But now that DXP is here, it can fill a whole new niche along with the old one. Hear me out. I know many of you millennials don't have cable and enjoy doing sex against one another during your Amazon Hulu flixing sessions, but G4 was the centerpiece of gaming video shows before any of these other outlets. It was the best way to experience E3s and reviews and stories without a comment section. That's what DXP is accomplishing. It's a safe avenue for kids to interact with their favorite personalities, an even more stable way for them to earn an income. Because with today's world, viewers can turn on a property with the snap of Zod's neck. As if you hated Zack Snyder and Superman before Man of Steel. Come on, stop being sheep and make your own opinions. Senior Vice President of Programming and General Manager of Disney XD, Mark Uhhhhhhh, champions the relevance of gaming on television, saying, quote, "Gaming is a lifestyle for our audience. We're collaborating with the leading creative partners in the industry to deliver original programming, access to some of the biggest esports tournaments and leagues, and entry to key gaming-related events. DXP will showcase diverse storytelling across the video game landscape and celebrate gaming culture and community. I love this PR word jumble, legitimately so much. Look, I may not know who Strawberry 17 is or what the Flying Dink Polaris does, but 24-year-old black guys are not the target audience. You can disapprove of this new block of shows, but you're probably not the people Disney wants to attract. Yes, I love gaming, and I still watch cartoons, and I enjoy being spanked, but kids have so many ways of being introduced to the world of games. DXP is trying to usher them into a safer, frankly, better way than youtube.com/sexwithdonuts8008. I'm all for it. Now for my final segment, out of the way, I'm saying goodbye over here. Okay. That's all the news I have for you for this week on C Plus News Time. Why don't you subscribe and check out one of our other videos? Of course, you can always head to the website cpluscomedy.com for a whole lot of stuff. You can follow us on Twitter at cpluscomedy. Follow me on Twitter at ChadBlackWhite. Like us on Facebook. Tumble with us on Tumblr. And be sure to go to our Twitch page, twitch.tv/DC Comedies.